Hi guys, I'm back up here with another reading for the collective. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? So we got extra energy. Before we get into that extra energy, we'll address the layout. But before all of that, going to drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. It's going to start the discussion, as well as it's going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So let's go on and address the layout. What's above you is your fourth, fifth dimension, what your higher self really wants you to know in these moments in time, okay? What's below you is your third dimension, what you possibly could be going through in the physical, or advice on how to maneuver in the physical, okay? Overall energy, advice, and light work. All right, collective, let's get it popping, okay? So with this extra energy, what I'm seeing here in these moments in time, you're walking out of a cycle in your life where it was unclear or shit was not what it seems, okay? I feel like this is an energy here that you may be experiencing the midst of a cycle or a lesson that you went through. Whatever this tower moment is in your life, it was here for you to learn something. You get what I'm saying? This is that energy in these moments in time. We're in this space of expansion, evolution, ascension, all of that good stuff. You get what I'm saying? This is that energy in these moments in time here where we're going in our lives. It requires us to be very light, okay? So what do I mean by light? We can't bring no baggage. We can't bring no hurt. We can't bring any of that shit with us, right? This is that energy. We're in this position of letting that go. But I feel like in these moments in time, we are experiencing the midst of that, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. As long as you staying 10 toes down on where you're going to get to where you need to go, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. I think that's about it for that extra energy. We're going to address the layout, okay? What's above us, okay? These readings are late as fuck, y'all. I don't know what I've been with this timing, y'all. It be something else, okay? Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so with this extra energy, what I'm seeing here in these moments in time here, there's major changes happening within our lives. But like I said, with these changes, it may be a little bit stagnant. You may be in a position where you're being stretched, okay? Let's think about the Fool's card. We know the Fool's card in the tarot deck in general, right? Has to do with taking a leap of faith on something, being new at something, starting something, right? This is that energy here, kind of that Fool's energy. And we all know when you're in the Fool's energy, you're being stretched. And when you're being stretched, right, there's a level of discomfort that comes with that, right? This is that energy in these moments in time here. For example, for myself, if I can be very relatable with y'all. I'm going through school right now to become a nurse, right? Sorry guys for the noise out there, they're talking. But yeah, becoming a nurse, going through the program and things of that nature. So there's new things that I'm learning, right? This is that energy of being stretched. It's kind of uncomfortable. I guess the workload and all this, enough about me, just know being stretched, right? Doing different shit, being exposed to different shit, right? This is that energy in these moments in time, as we know that life is motion. Life is always in constant movement. Damn, y'all. Constant movement. So that being said, you have to stay in motion at all times. Because the moment that you stop, right? The moment that you stop, everything in your life stops, right? So we got to make sure that we're staying constantly in motion here, okay? Okay, let's keep moving forward. But yeah, this is that energy. The more that you connect with yourself, the more that you understand yourself, the more that you can get closer to God. Where's God? God is up. So that being said, what's up there? Ascension. What's up there? Evolution. What's up there? Expansion. Always trying to be better than you were yesterday, or better than you were an hour ago, etc., etc. Staying on the grind, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. When it comes to where you're going, there's no time for no distractions, okay? So if you're not focused on the task at hand, guess what, buddy? You distracted. This is that energy. Make sure you staying on your shit. Make sure you're staying everything in your harvest, right? We always talk about a harvest. We always talk about a garden on this side, okay? What's in a garden? Your pinnacles. What are pinnacles? People, places, and things, right? So things that you create, physical manifestations, right? This is about us analyzing, making sure every single pinnacle that is in our garden is what's supposed to be there. So that being said, if you got some pinnacles that's draining, or I don't want to say, that's not the word I'm looking for, you know, it's kind of like fucking weeds, right? You know how weeds can affect plants and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy here, okay? Make sure you're pulling all weeds out of your garden, okay? This is that energy in these moments in time as we move forward and see things for what it is. We start to take divine accountability for our lives. When we take divine accountability, right? First of all, let's talk about spirituality. What is spirituality for real, right? That shit is you just taking divine accountability for your fucking life. Ain't nothing else. It ain't Florida water. It ain't crystals. It ain't fucking namaste. It ain't all of that extra shit. It's about you taking accountability for everything that you do in your life. Right? This is that energy. Where you fuck up, where you drop the ball, that's what it is. Addressing that shadow side of yourself. Utilizing both of them. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time here. That's a spiritual path. That's a spiritualist, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. The more that we move forward on our paths, we start to understand the cycles, the tribulations, the challenges, all of that shit that made us who we are now, right? That got us in this position in our life, the decisions we was making, the actions that we was making, the behavior, all of that shit to get you to where you are now. Taking accountability for where you are now. So this is that energy in these moments in time. If you don't like where you're at right now, this is that energy. Acknowledge it. Take full accountability for it and ask yourself what the fuck you gonna do about it. True shit, right? Because over on this side, we don't do no wishful thinking, y'all. Faith without actions is fucking dead. So this is that energy in these moments in time here. If you got pinnacles that you do not desire in your harvest, that means you're going to have to put some wands in to get rid of those pinnacles, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's about us really pushing forward, understanding what's priority and what's not. Understanding that people, places, and things in our life, they got to do the opposite of mustard. They got to be on the level, our level. If they're not out on our level, they need to be surpassed our shit. Because when a motherfucker surpassed you, that puts fire under your ass where you need to be better, do better, push harder, right? This is that energy here, okay? Let's keep moving forward. What's below the collective? What's going on with the collective? Yeah, because you got to understand, when you're transitioning, right, from an old cycle into a new cycle, right? We got the old cycle and the new cycle right in the middle here, between both of those, right? Just imagine my hands are just like this. But in the middle here, that's that transition period. So within that transition period, that's where you need to be learning those lessons. That's where you need to be closing out cycles. That's where you need to be in a space of self-reflection. That's where you need to be utilizing a lot of shit that's being shown to you, right? This is that energy, because if you're not doing that work, if you're not doing any of that shit, how are you going to get into this new cycle? You're going to bring that old shit into a new cycle. It's sterilized. You don't want to bring old shit into a sterilized situation like D-Boom would say. Check him out. He will put y'all on, y'all. You fuck with me, you'll fuck with him, okay? Let's keep moving forward. This is about you really getting on your divine purpose. Do you know why the fuck you here? Right? If you think that you came here to just eat shit and die, then you got some growing you still need to go. Keep going. We all need to grow, but we need to catch up. Stay on script, right? This is that energy in these moments in time here where we might be in a position where we're in a hermit. Okay, we know the hermit is like, he in the wilderness, gaining all the knowledge in the world, soul searching and shit. That's equivalent to that 40 days, 40 nights type shit, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. When you are in a space of isolation, that is the time that you get to know yourself. You understand yourself, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. This is when you start tapping into that self-love, self-awareness, self-admiration, self-identification, self-discovery, self-reliance, self-sufficient. Especially self-reliance, y'all. Being very reliant on yourself. Being very reliant on your abilities to create the life that you want. Because you got to understand, being by yourself is it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? You really get to know yourself and you get a lot of shit done. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy when you're able to be alone in between these four walls, then you've mastered yourself. True shit, right? This is that energy. We're coming into this space to get back into our God body. We already completed those karmic cycles. Now we got to get into these divine cycles, right? What God needs us to do. Your purpose is a part of that, right? And I don't want y'all to overthink purpose. You can be a fucking hairstylist doing people's fucking hair. As long as you are lifting the frequency up, when you doing somebody's hair, you making somebody feel good, then you doing what is necessary. You can be a fucking mechanic. You can be a fucking janitor, fucking teacher, whatever you do that God signed to you. As long as you on that, you doing your fucking job. That's just how that goes, right? This is that energy in these moments in time, as long as we are tapping in to our own personal energy, right? Because it goes head. What's the head? Swords. Ideologies, decisions, where you are mentally. Shoulders, cups, emotions, the passion that you feel about what you are thinking about, right? We got knees. What are knees? Wands. Action and behavior. So the actions that you take on the passion that you feel about that thought that you created. Last but not least, we got toes, pinnacles, physical manifestations, physical things from the actions that you've done based on that passion that you feel on that thought. That's how you manifest, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. When you tap into that energy and you're able to master that, you a master manifester. True shit, right? This is that energy. As long as you put in actions and the wands in when it comes to whatever you are doing, then you're going to get to where you need to go, okay? Let's keep moving forward. Overall energy. Yeah. Especially when it comes to self-love. Self-love is a fucking action. You take action to love yourself. You take action to respect yourself. All of that's action-based. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time, especially when it comes to truly healing. Because healing, yo, that shit ain't pretty, dog. It ain't namaste. It ain't none of that shit. Actually, when you are healing, you're tapping into the shadow. Because you don't find your power in the light source. Oh, no. We find that shit in the dark. In the dark. That's where you have to tap into those survival instincts. That fight or flight. Right? When it's dark. When you're unaware of where you're going, when you're going through adversity, when you're going through trials and tribulations, when you're going through that shit, that's where you find your power, right? This is that energy. When it comes to healing, you're tapping into that survival instinct, that fight or flight. Are we going to just allow this to fucking happen? Are we going to continue to fucking run away from ourselves? Or are we really going to embrace and take this shit head on, right? This is that energy. My whole motive, right? My whole motto is, if the shit scares you, 9 times out of 10, that's probably what you need to be doing. Let me repeat that shit again for the motherfuckers in the back, in case y'all ain't hear me. Anything that scares you, 9 times out of 10, that's something that you probably need to do. Okay? That's probably something that God needs you to do. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's about us tapping into who we are and understanding who we are. Really aligning with your truth. Being honest with yourself. How do you fuck with yourself the long way, right? How do you fuck with yourself the long way? You fuck with yourself the long way. Personally, for me, a great way was self-talk, mirror talk. You got this, Jay. You need to tighten up here. You fucking up, Jay. This, that, and the third, right? Mirror talk was a big thing, fucking with yourself the long way. It's about you really staying in tune with your star player. As long as you in tune with your star player, You're going to be good out here, right? This is that energy in these moments in time here. We're moving with morals and integrity. Making sure we mean what we say and say what we mean, right? This is that energy tapping into this new version of ourselves. That's where we're really coming into awareness of ourselves. Because I feel like with this here, I feel like a lot of us feel like there's something missing within our lives here. But it's coming from a space of a lack of disconnect of higher self. So I see this as you, and I see this as your higher self, right? If I could be very relatable to y'all, before I even woke up and really started taking divine accountability for my life, there was always this missing feeling that I was always looking for. I used to be a very big at Bible reading, things of that nature, like always trying to look for something, attached for something to fill this fucking void. This is like void, right? But the moment that I just came back to self and realized all I need is me, oh yeah, that shit gone. There ain't none of that. Right? This is that energy here in these moments in time here. It's time for you to understand yourself. Do you know who you are? How the fuck do you expect somebody else to know you if you don't even know who the fuck you are? How the fuck do you expect somebody to respect you if you don't even respect your motherfucking self? Right? All of this shit starts from self. Everything that I be pushing, because God's using me as a vessel, right? All of this has been tested and approved. Let's say that again. All of this that I be kicking has been tested and approved, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. You're going to have to help yourself before you can help anybody else. Make sure your shit together. Right? This is that energy here. I don't know who needed to hear that. That's for whoever it is, right? Let's keep moving forward. Advice. Yeah, it's about us really being discerning right now in these moments in time. Understanding what we're seeing, right? Seeing underneath this, like seeing things from a deeper perspective instead of so surface level, right? This is that energy in these moments in time here, because there's going to be some blessings within y'all's lives, including myself, that are blessings as well as some lessons, right? That are disguised, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's about us really taking what we know and dissecting, right? So like I said, let's use that pinnacle ideology again. Taking your pinnacles, every single pinnacle in your harvest, right? And analyzing, dissecting that bitch, breaking it apart to make sure it's what you actually want. Because there's shit we be manifesting in our life that we think we want, right? And then when that shit comes and drops in our motherfucking laps, we don't know what to do. Or this is something that we don't want, right? This is that energy. You have to understand the challenges, the trials, the tribulations, the delays, the setbacks, all of that shit when it comes to what you're manifesting. So when you understand it from a real perspective, seeing things for what it is, right? Then you can decide, okay, I'm going to commit to this. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. We be manifesting shit into our lives that we truly don't fucking want, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. Also, I feel like for some of y'all, you need to be discerning with people around you. Some people are not who they say they are. They haven't showed their fangs yet. And some of them they have. But you pussy floating around on getting motherfuckers out your life. Right? This is why I'm so big on especially being divine, right? Let's talk about that. You divine. Anybody who's fucking with this, with me, nigga, you divine. Right? This is the energy in these moments in time here. Being divine on a path like this, you're going to spend a lot of time alone. A lot of time alone. So this is that energy in these moments in time. It's about you being able to do that. Because some of y'all are keeping motherfuckers around because of the fear of being by your motherfucking self. Where they do that at? The world. Karmics do that. People that don't know themselves, they do that. It's easier to deal with another person. It's easier to deal with other people besides your motherfucking self. But divines, we deal with ourselves. We take care of ourselves. We understand our complexes. We understand our woes. We understand our pain, our suffering, our motherfucking traumas. The shit that we don't show the world, we understand that. Right? That's a form of self-love. Taking care of your own self. Not depending on nobody to take care of you. Right? This is that energy as we move forward in our life as ascension-wise. We're constantly taking action. When you on your purpose, when you doing what God needs you to do, you ain't got time to worry about what's going on in the world. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. You so focused on business, we don't give a fuck about who, this, that, and third. Right? Who doing this, what they doing, when they doing it, this, that, and the third. Right? This is that energy. We're understanding who we are. We're tapping into this newfound sense of awareness. Right? This newfound sense of awareness is going to get you to where you're going. But where do you get that shit from? You get it from God. You get it from the source. What's the source? Where's God? God is up. Like D-Boom would say. This is about you understanding who you are and what you bring into the table. We ain't got time to second guess ourselves because ain't nobody gonna take you serious. Ain't nobody gonna fucking, how can I say this? Like I said, can't nobody put their trust in you if you don't even trust your motherfucking self. Right? You're gonna have to be able to trust your moves, where you're going in your life. Okay? This is that energy in these moments in time. As long as we're pushing forward, understanding what we need in these moments in time, we're going to get to where we're going. Staying focused on where we need to go. Aiming our fucking arrow and letting that bitch go. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's about you truly grasping the concept of who you are. All right? Let's keep moving forward. Last deck. Light work. Stay tuned for these twin flame readings, y'all. I'm not even going to put no time on shit no more. We'll see how they go. They'll eventually come out. Divine timing. Anywho, but like I said, stay tuned. Yeah, it's about us really tapping into our power, understanding who we are. Like we've been saying through this reading. This is that energy, the more that you really train the mind. Like David Goggins would say, you got to train the mind to do hard shit, right? Hard shit. You got to build that callous mind, right? This is that energy here in these moments in time here. It's about us really taking a look at the darkness, right? In our lives. I see this NB card as you've been in this dark space in your life. Now God is revealing to you a way out. And notice where he's looking. He's looking up. He's looking up towards ascension. He's gaining this insight. With the spiritual understanding. This is that energy. He's really tapping into who he is. Following who he needs to be. Tapping into that divine understanding. Yeah. This is that energy in these moments in time. The more you move forward, the more that you dive deep within yourself, you start to understand yourself. This is that energy here. You start to understand the mirrors. The projections in the world. People, places, and things project what's going on in here. You start to understand that a lot more. So when you start to understand that, you can utilize this energy, right? To manifest for the greater good of yourself and others, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It has to do with you understanding your abilities. How can you understand your abilities? By going deep, diving deep into those woes, those demons, right? You see, this is a beautiful card, right? I see this as your fucking complexes, your traumas, your tribulations, the shit that happens inside of you internally. Oh yeah, that's underneath. But surface level, everybody's seeing this. But underneath that shit, oh yeah, those are your concepts. Those are your woes. That's your dark side, if we want to say that. Right? This is that energy really understanding that. Going down to the underworld, right? Whatever the underworld is to you, right? This could be just the dark depths of yourself. And really looking at that. Divine accountability. Right? Yeah, it may take a little time to heal. Yeah, it may take a little time to move in that direction. As long as you are moving in that direction, you're getting to where you need to go, okay? All right, let's go and wrap this reading up with your message here, okay? From the Law of Attraction deck. Your message is instincts. I act on my instincts and notice the signs and symbols in life. Yeah, this is you really following. I'm here for some of y'all to go gut. Your intuition is speaking loud and clear. So it's about you really answering the call and trusting yourself. Like I said, you can't expect nobody to put faith in you or trust in you if you don't even have faith and trust in your motherfucking self. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. You have to understand yourself. You have to utilize your abilities to create what you need to create in your life. This is spiritually. This is mentally. This is emotionally, financially, in any aspect of your life. Right? Right. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all readings are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as going to drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. It's going to get... Oh my God, y'all. Let's start the discussion, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, just got out of school, y'all. Sorry. As well as drop a comment down below, like we just said. Also share these vids, okay? I'll see you guys in a little bit, and bye-bye.